One tin soldier ride away.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here Thursday, 5 by 5 around the world. This is Drew Malone Reigns III, one each on Wind Talkers Radio Network, independently owned, privately operated radio stations and micro broadcasters throughout the world. Welcome to all my Marine buddies around the world in every climate, every place, from Sochi, Russia, Kazan, Russia, the 6 counties of Northern Ireland, as well as that new broadcaster there in Scotland, and to my special friends in Australia and New Zealand, specifically Bobby and Megan. Megan got in touch with me this morning. She's got her new quail's eggs hatching left and right, and she's inundated with quails that she's gotten from Japan. So she's starting a new enterprise with her goats and her quails, and she's getting prepared. I want to let you all know, ladies and gentlemen, P.J. O'Rourke wrote, I quote from him, "When a government controls both the economic power of individuals and the coercive power of the state, this violates a fundamental rule of happiness and living. Never let the people with all the money and the people with all the guns be the same people." And those of you that know Mr. Bonner, the force of a correction is equal and opposite to the deception that preceded it. That's what we have out there. And today's show is dedicated to the financial wheretofores around the world. And I want to let you all know we've got big-time problems out there when we've got a man sitting out there in Washington, D.C., or in Chicago and make some foolish statements that we don't know what marks the end, but count us out of the stock market. And then later on, the same gentleman comes forth and says, the seeds are bottoming in the housing industry. What does he mean by the seeds of a bottoming or appearing? That doesn't rhyme with me. I don't know what the term bottoming means, but the man that I have today has the knowledge and the wheretofore and the friends and places to go invest your money. If you've got some funds that you want to invest, those of you that are re-enlisting in the Marine Corps or Army or Navy or Air Force, and you've got some extra funds and you want to put it in a safe place, this is the man you need to talk to. You reach out and touch somebody is the old saying, and I tell people that have got a little more money that they could put into investment, reach out and touch Bob Chapman at theinternationalforecaster.com. And if everything's working out there properly, the switchboard finally came up, and I should have Bob Chapman on the air with me. Good afternoon, Mr. Chapman.
I'm here.
Hey, it worked. we were running around with our head chopped off there just before the show.
Well, I'm pretty good. I'm always here. Anyway,
what is your insight to this Alan Greenspan's quote of the seeds of a bottoming in our home market is coming about?
Well, it sounds like somebody. I'm getting a feedback, incidentally.
Larissa, you got the cord. Can you take care of it, please? Okay.
It sounds like somebody who has had a partial frontal lobe lobotomy. Alan Greenspan's entire career, if you look back at it, is a disaster. And this is the fourth time in 2 years he called for a bottoming. And so he's been very wrong. He's a liar. He's partially responsible, if not the main person who is responsible for destroying the economic and financial livelihood of millions of Americans. He knows what the game is all about, and he chose the side of darkness.
And you say he chose the wrong side?
Right, he chose the side of darkness. He's working for the people who want world government, and he's not a good person, and he's lying again.
Do you have any insight to this new Bilderberg meeting that's coming up here in Greece in the coming weeks?
No, not other than what Danny Esselin and Tucker will report. I'm not there, and you can't
you
get in.
didn't get an invitation? Oh my word!
No. No, if they ever even saw me near there, that I'd be probably either incarcerated or wiped out, one or the other.
They wouldn't want you around getting the real insight to this new world order and the police state that's being coming, would they?
No, and
do you have any?
As you know, there's a number of people at that.
Go ahead.
There's a number of people at that meeting from the media, and of course they never report on it, never have. They keep it a secret, and I think it's disgusting. And the entire regular general media is controlled by these people. In fact, I am stunned that I've been on in the last few weeks probably 50 times on Fox and several times on ABC, and talking about the Federal Reserve. And I'm surprised they even let me on the network. But they probably one hand doesn't know what the other's doing. And so that's good for the people out there, because we're receiving a lot of emails from people asking us for information. As I talk about, I'm getting a feedback again, and I talk about the Federal Reserve and how people should be calling and emailing and faxing all the representatives in the House and demanding that Ron Paul's bill, H.R. 1207, which has 149 co-sponsors, which is a miracle. It's called the Federal Reserve Transparency Act of 2009. Federal Reserve Transparency Act of 2009. We want to get that out of committee and get a vote on it. I think we can get it passed. If we do get that passed, then we can go after the Fed and get rid of it and have the Treasury, which under the Constitution is supposed to do the monetary things for our government. And one other order of business would be to get Congress to pass legislation to set up tariffs on goods and services. In that way, we can save America. And if we can't get that done, you can kiss it goodbye.
I got an IM telling me that the Bilderberg meetings were right now. I received an IM from a guy in Rota, Spain, and he said that there was nothing going on in Italy, and there's a rumor going around that the Bilderbergs were meeting in Italy, and I don't have any of that input. Do you have any input around that meeting?
No, I'm waiting for. They can go up on InfoWars, which is Alex Jones's site, and he's got some stuff on it. I'm waiting to the meeting to get over to report what other people report. I mean, I just can't be everywhere.
I understand
I've known Jim Tucker for 45 years, but I'm never in touch with him. I mean, it's just too much for me.
What do you have any input about this new news article that came out probably last night, your time, reporting that the United States was the 6th worst nation in the world when it's ranked as a police state?
Yes, I do. I saw that, and I saw the list of countries headed by China, North Korea, Russia, the U.S., Canada. Oh, before the U.S. and Canada was Britain, Ireland, and Wales. It was even worse. And this was in regard to the interception of electronic communications.